Hello folks, welcome back to another episode of Scottish Vapes, and today I have a full setup for you guys, a whole like all-in-one sort of thing if you like, but it's like an advanced sort of setup. It is the Rdta box by Ijoy. So yeah, all-in-one device, 200 watts, dual, 18650. Velocity style deck. Basically what this is, if you haven't already guessed, is an Rdta but on top of a box mod basically. Excuse me folks. I've literally just built this. Literally just got home. Literally just opened it. So this is pretty much like a first impressions. All I'm going to do is go through the box, what you get in it, and my first impressions on the vape. Excuse the voice. Excuse me. Woo! So, packaging, before we get into the device itself. This is the cover of the Rdta box. It will be different in whatever colour you get. I think there's yellow, red, Tiffany blue, teal, which is what I have, yellow, not sure if there's a black one, or a white one for that matter, but yeah. So, here is the box itself. Whatever colour you get will be on the cover. On the side here, it tells you some facts. There's TC, 200 watts, yada yada yada, you know the script. What else to say? It is fully upgradable, and the tank holds 12.8 mils of juice, big capacity. This is basically like this is the first version of this whole concept. Smock done a Skyhook version, which does 220 watts, which is basically an alien mod with a tank and an Rdta basically on top of it. That's really all it was. There's the back of it, which shows you some specs, which I will run through with you. You get your little scratch and sniff as well. You get loads of interchangeable decks. As far as I've seen, there are 10 clamp styles, postless styles, 2-post, 4-post. You know the drill. It's the same. It's basically whatever decks you have available to any Rdta or TDA will be available on this. And any on the Ijoy Combo, Ijoy Classic Rdta will be available on this as well. So if you have those, they're interchangeable. A 15mm wide filling hole, which is this thing here. Built-in washable tank. An OLED screen, does nickel, titanium, stainless steel and TC, which I will be doing on this. 5 to 200 watts, dual 18650, firmly upgradable. So let's dive into the box, shall we? So when you open the box, your Rdta will come just in here, like so. Remove the packaging. Ooh, subsection. And here, this is where your cotton and your coils would be, as well as your O-rings and extra screws, which I've used in this so far. You get a pre-built coil. I think this is the 0.15. Yes, it's the 0.15. So what you would do is you take this off, pull the deck off, and screw this down on top and let the wicks just flow beneath. Which I will probably use once the cotton in this build's gone bad. Get your USB cable for your upgrades as well. You get this little sleeve so you can stick this over the top of your whole Rdta if you're not going to use it for a while and it's going to be on its side or whatever. Now this thing, I've seen different people saying different things of what this is for. It's when you've not got a deck in there but you've got liquid, you plug that on top, or if it's for your fill hole when you've not got your lid and you've got liquid in it again. Don't really see why you would do that. You get this card which has a link to a YouTube video for you can see a tutorial of how to build it, use it, etc, etc. You get their warranty card, which I think is for 90 days. 90 days of that. You get a user manual, which is very thick and long and in many different languages with pictures. You get a Phillips head screwdriver and a brush. The brush is mainly for cleaning. I think what you do is you take your screwdriver and you sort of put that on there, and then you've got a bit more reach for when you clean your tank. Anyway, so give me 2 seconds, I'll put all this back. You do get 2, I think it's fused clapped-in coils in this. The resistance I have in here just now reads out to a 0.15. And we're almost done. So, here is the device itself. You get a big fire button, your screen with your battery percentage, your ohms, your volts. What else do you have in there? Yeah, your puff counter as well, and your resistant, your watts and what sort of like curve setting you have it on. I've got mine on hard. Here's your smiley face, your negative and your plus button, and your USB is down at the bottom. Now, this whole portion here is your tank. This is where you'd fill it, so you screw the cap off and you just pour your bottle in if you like. Your drip tip, wide bore, your top cap, and there is your build deck right there. Woo! So yeah, I've got the two fuse clapped-in coils that you get in this and the cotton that comes with this. I will do a proper take it apart thing when the full review comes. To go into the menu system, you just click 3 times, and here you'll be able to see what you. So the one I've got, so this is basically your menu system. So what I've got in here just now, that's where you adjust your curves. So you've got hard, soft, medium, user. User is when you make your own personal ones. I'm not really going to go into that. Next one is so you can flip the screen. No idea why you'd really want that. Your next one is your brightness. You can have the OLED screen here, which lets you know when you're firing it, off or on. I'm going to keep mine on because I like to see how much juice I have. The next part is your nickel, titanium and your stainless steel, and your P stands for power. And that's really all there is to this. It's actually really simple. If you're in temperature control and you push the plus button, you'll see your wattage blinking. This is where you can set your wattage to whatever you prefer. Push the fire button to set that in. Push the minus button, and now you can adjust your temperature you want it to be at. And it does, I think this round robin's from Fahrenheit to Celsius. Yes, it does. Yes, it will round robin from 600 Fahrenheit to 149 Celsius. Oh, very sleek. Let me just take a bit. Very flavoursome. 5 clicks turns the device off, and 5 again to turn it on. And I think if you push this like 20 times or something, that tells you the resistance and voltages in your batteries, which I'm not going to go into doing. To lock the device, to set your resistance, push the minus buttons and plus button together. So it comes up with your resistance and locks it. To lock your resistance, okay, so I lied. You can't lock the device as far as I can tell. Just bear in mind, I've just got this. The only way you can really lock it is to turn it off. But overall, from my first impressions on this device, that is your battery door, by the way. So you have some venting here and logos on the bottom. Twisted 420 did help develop this. Nice sturdy battery door. There's your battery sled, or compartment should I say. So you could pop these out and there's a little hole in the bottom to get this inside one out. And to put it back on, slide it back into place. So yes, I will have a link in the description below for this device and where I got it. I bought this on a website, can't really remember the name. Jesus, I'm really bad at this. I think it was for with the two 18650s EFS batteries, 3000 milliamp hours. It was £70 £5 altogether. All of this together, so all you really needed was to put the cause they gave you in and the cotton and some juice. And you're away. But yeah, for 75 quid, yeah, that's not too shabby. I'll have links in the description for that, and links to my social media accounts. And yeah, so I will be back in about a week's time with a more thorough review of how this actually works and handles. But until that time, me and this Rdta box are going to say bye. Till the next time, guys.